Now, turning over to the other major story we're following at this hour. North Korea fired yet another missile earlier this morning, the regime's fourth provocation within a week. For more, we connect live to our Kim Yeon-seung on the line. Yeon-seung, get us updated on what we know so far.
The South Korean military said that they detected a long-range ballistic missile at 7:10 a.m. this morning, fired from the Sunan area of Pyongyang. It was fired at a high angle and flew around 1,000 kilometers before landing in the East Sea, South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff confirmed. Japan's defense ministry said that the missile traveled for about 69 minutes and reached a maximum altitude of 6,000 kilometers. The ministry said it landed around 250 kilometers west of Hokkaido's Prefecture's Oshima Island. Analysts gather from the flight data that this could be an intercontinental ballistic missile, likely the Hwasong-17. The Hwasong-17 represents North Korea's largest nuclear-capable missile to date. It's also the world's biggest liquid-fueled ICBM that can be moved on roads. Last year, Japanese Defense Minister Yasukado Hamada mentioned that this weapon has the capability to reach the U.S. mainland with a potential range of 15,000 kilometers. But South Korea's military officials said although this launch does bear some similarities to the Hwasong-17, they also did find some differences that could suggest otherwise, although these details cannot be disclosed at the moment. If this test did in fact involve an ICBM, this would mark North Korea's seventh successful ICBM test since 2017.
Right, they really seem to be stepping up their show of force. What is prompting this increased aggression?
Well, Kyungwon, the bilateral summit between South Korea and Japan likely gave North Korea a scare, strengthened ties between the trilateral allies. South Korea, Japan, and the U.S. pose a great threat to the North Korean regime. A military official said that North Korea's choice of launch time, the day of the summit and before President Yoon Suk-yeol embarked on his two-day visit to Tokyo, hints that North Korea is disgruntled by the rekindled relationship between Seoul and Tokyo. There's also the Freedom Shield, the largest whole Washington war game in years. That's now in its fourth day. And North Korea is also holding its own annual training at the moment. National Security Advisor Kim Yeon-seung held an emergency National Security Council standing committee with key government players. President Yoon Suk-yeol also attended ahead of his departure to Japan, and the standing committee members stressed that these provocations are a clear violation of UN security resolutions and is a serious provocation that threatens peace and escalates tensions on the Korean peninsula. Back to you, Kyungwon.
All right, Yeon-seung, thank you for the reporting.